Yeah, in this session, we're going to know about the controllers. Based on the controller, we're going to creating the web application for the student. Here, the controllers. That means if you comes to the MVC architecture, in the MVC architecture, model, view, controller architecture. In the model architecture, you will have in the some of the standard objects. Some of them are yeah, some of them are standard objects. That means standard objects, for example, account, some of the information. The standard objects are created by using Salesforce.com. And then coming to the custom objects, the user will create the some of the objects. Here, object in the sense, in this case, object you call it as a table. Object you call it as a table. Simply represent the table. That information you call it as a table. In the say, if you comes to the admin part, you have a certain idea about the standard object as well as the custom object. If you comes to the view, what about the view here? In the view, just like a, for example, in the you have some idea about the web technologies. In the web technologies, the model indicates the database. Let us assume the model indicates the database. View indicates the HTML page, and then controller indicates the JavaScript page. That means you are writing a some kind of controller information in a controller view. Here, view in the sense, in the view you will write a visual force pages. Here the view is a front end information. In the front end information, we are going to writing the some of the visual force pages, and then standard layouts, and then lighting components. That is a view. That means think the view just like a HTML page. And then coming to the controller here, the controller, you have a three different kinds of controllers are there. Here standard controllers, that means the Salesforce itself creating a some of the controllers. Here account is one kind of controller, opportunity is one type kind of controller. Those are all created by the Salesforce. Those controllers are called as a standard controllers. Coming to the custom controller, the custom controller is a just like a class or Apex class. That means you will create the custom controller in this case. And then not only custom controller here, there is a extension controller is there. Here, what about the extension controller in this case? The extension controller in the sense, sometimes there is a requirement of you need to use the standard controller as well as the custom controller. In particular cases, you will use a extension controllers. That is a some information about the model view controller in a Salesforce. Here, that means lightening the data services. That is a important thing here. And then coming to the visual force controller. That means I am telling you something about the visual force controller today. That means I'm going to creating a some pages. Here, visual force controller here. Here, the visual force controller always consists of tags as well as the controller. Already I placed some of the videos regarding the tags. Here, tag in the sense, the Salesforce or visual force page component, you call it as a tag. Here, there are, you have, for example, input tags are there, some of them are, and then output tags are there, some of them are action tags are there. Like that, in the HTML you will have in the different tags. Like that, in the Salesforce also you have a different tags. Here each and every tag you call it as a component. Here already explained different component, up to 6 to 7 components in a visual force page. And then visual force page uses a XML like a syntax, that's a tag, to create a front end design. The front end design pages. How can you create the front end design pages here? By using XML like a syntax. That's a tag. And then another important thing here is a visual force uses a second part here. That's called here controllers. Here, how can you execute these controllers here? That means you will implement this controller by using Apex classes. Here, Apex as a backend to implement the business logic here. Here the tags are front end here, and then Apex controller are in back end. That means for implementing the business logic, you are using a Apex classes. Here you have a, that means what is an exact definition for the controller here? The controller is a set of instructions. Here it is a set of instruction here that specify the what happen when a user interact with the component. Your component in the sense it's a tag. Here how can you, that means when a user interact with the component and then what happened to that one, that is called here visual force. The simply thing here, remember a set of instructions, just like a program you are going to write in some program. Here visual force controller is an element in a visual force pages which set to manipulate data with a user interaction. Here the controller also provides access to the data. Here you have a three different kinds of controllers available in a visual force page. Here what are the three different kinds of controllers here? One is a standard controller. That means already defined controllers are there. Account. That means I can show you the standard controller. Account is one type of controller. That means different objects you call it as a controller. Here second important one is a custom controller. That means the custom controller, you will create the custom controller. That means user itself some creates a some of the classes, and then some extension controller is there. The third important one. Sometimes you may use the standard controllers as well as the custom controllers. That means for the particular programming, yeah, there is a requirement of standard controller as well as the custom controller. Then particular cases only you are using the extension controllers. Here that means you have a standard controller. The what is the standard controller? A standard controller is a free built visual force controller by the salesforce.com. Here the standard controller contains the same functionality and the logic that are used for this standard Salesforce. And then standard controller is a tribute of the Apex page. That means already you have some tag is there. What is the tag? Apex tag. For the Apex tag, you are using the standard controller is a attribute. For example, standard controller equal to account. Where that is a standard controllers. Here coming to the, that means this is some information regarding the standard controllers. Here for the standard controller, how can you implement the standard controller? By using standard objects as well as the custom objects. And then main aim of these controllers are to provide a standard functionality. What is the representation in this case? You are using this save, some functionalities like a save the data, delete the data, submit the data, create the record for the data. Here for doing that information, you are using the these type of standard controllers. Here that means for this one you are using the some actions. Here in the particular standard controller, you are having some actions here. What is an action here in this case? Action is a method here. Perform logic or navigation when page event occur. When the page event occur, your page event, how can you represent page event? Click the button, double clicking the button, mouse over, and then like that, so many page events are there. For corresponding page event, an action you are taking the one method. Here you are clicking the submit button. Corresponding action, it will reflect the corresponding action here. And then action method can be called from the page markup by using this one flower bracket. Within a flower bracket there is an exclamatory mark and then right save button. Is it clear or not? That is important thing here. What is the important notation here? You are calling the action by using flower bracket exclamatory mark. Here Apex command, that means you are having the, you will write the actions for the following tags here. Here you are writing the actions for the command button. You are writing the actions for the command link. You may write the actions for the action polars and then action support, action function, and for the action page. This is a some information regarding the action. That is a action information. Here, for example, I'm taking some example here. Apex command button action equal to save. In between a flower bracket exclamatory mark and then save. With the help of save, you are performing the some action. The action I call it as a save action. Like that, you have a standard list of controllers available in a Salesforce here. Here, account is a one type of standard list controller. Asset is a that means contact is a one type of controller. Contract is a one type of controller. Lead, opportunity, a product, solution, some of the custom objects. Here, these objects are called as a standard list controller. Here, this standard list controller you will use in each and every page. Here, custom controller, very important one. That means in our program, you are writing the custom controllers. Here, you are writing the simple classes. When a developer needs to more customized functionality, then you go to their own Apex controllers. Here, for example, the Apex phase controller equal to custom controller. Here, this is the name of the controller here. The custom controller is a name of the controller in this case. That means you are going to developing our pages, web pages by using these custom controllers and then extension controllers. Here, sometimes there is a standard controller. The custom controller is an extension in this case. Here, that is a simple information for the standard controller. Now, I'm moving to the salesforce.com. Here, how can you move to the salesforce.com? Here, for example, come here. That means, how can you enter into the Salesforce here? Here, you will enter into the Salesforce by using login.salesforce.com. Here, login.salesforce.com. Here, it will ask the username as well as a password. I think all created. I think created the Salesforce account. I expect that log into salesforce.com. Here, if you log into the salesforce.com, you have a different views are there. This view you call it as a classic view. Here, previously you created an application, the college information system application. If it comes to the home page like this, the home page here appears like this. And then the college information system application, how many objects are there? College is a one object, department is another object, employee is another object, student is another object. Here we have a different objects are there. For example, if I am coming to the sales application, here the sales application created by the salesforce.com. The salesforce.com created this application. Here appears different objects here. The charter, lead, account, contact. These are all called it as a. These are all are different objects. Different objects in a Salesforce. Here, for the sales application, you have a. These are all the objects. Here, what are the thing here? If you want to execute, our aim is a creating a student details, develop a web application. That means in this case, you have a different tables are there. That means the table in the sense, it is called here MVC in the MVC architecture mapping. Here account. Here account consists of some table information. That is a mapping. That means not a mapping here. You are going to create in the visual force page. Visual force page. How can you create in the visual force page? Here, for creating the visual force page, already I explained the concept in a. You will creating the visual force page in 4 ways here. By using one is a by using developer console, by using setup, go to setup, and then from the setup, go to setup. From the setup, you will write some code. For example, go to setup. Okay, it takes some time. Okay, go to setup. That means now I am in lightning mode. That means come out from the lightning mode. That means the very important thing here is it's having two different mode. One is a classic mode as well as the lightning mode. That means you are executing. That means simple for beginners. The classic mode is a simple representation. Here I'm going to writing this Visual Force page. Go to setup, and then here you will identify the build. Under the build there is a develop. Here you will write Apex pages, Apex trigger, and then Visual Force pages. Visual Force pages here. That means, yeah, and then from here you will create a new Visual Force page like that. This is a one way. Another way here is a go to home, and then from here simply you are creating the Apex slash name. That means name of the information is a student. Student, for example, student 3, or student details, or student details, student details page. That means I'm going to create in the student details page. Here, if you comes to here, the student detail phase, that means page the student details does not exist. That's why you are going to creating the new page. Create a page student detail. Yeah, it appears like this. Yeah, here there is a Apex page tag is there, and then some information regarding here. Whatever may be the tags in a HTML, you will use all tags here also. Here all tags here, not only those tags, and then but also some information. Maximize this one. I'm going to maximize. Yeah, I'm going to writing the what is the our aim here. You are going to, if you execute this one, it shows output like this. Nothing was there. Here I'm going to uh, executing the student details. How can you write the student details here? Here that means student form. Let us assume student, I want to display the student form. What is the student form? Student number, student name. That means you require some student number, student name. Here student number is, these are all are called as a input field. If you want to write any input field, you required some form. That means you required some, that before that you required some Apex colon form. That means you may include the Apex colon form tag. Under the Apex colon form tag, you have a some certain kind of information. What is the information? First are the student details. For example, I want to write some student information. H1, let us assume student details. For example, I'm closing the H1 tag. Yeah, if you execute this one, it's having certain information like this. The student details. Next, I'm going to write in there some student number. Let us assume student number colon. Here, what is the student number? If you execute this one, you're writing the student number. Here the student number is a the output value. The corresponding output value, you required input value. Input, what is the student number? How to enter some information? How can you enter that information? The input value here is a Apex colon input. Here Apex colon input text. Input text. Here input text, under the input text I am writing, for example, ID. Here that means everything existed here. ID equal to, let us assume, yes and go, let us assume. If you execute this one, student number, it's having some student number and then field. Here there is a continuation line is there. That's why I'm using the break here. Okay, two more breaks I am taking. Yeah, I'm taking two breaks. That means, yeah, the first one, student details are, let us assume, student details are The student number is a student number, and then student name colon. The student name here is the same apex space you are taking. Why? Because it is a name. Let us take simple thing. Student name, for example, it takes a student name. Yeah, that means write a breaks here. Write a break here. Then if you write the break, automatically student number, student name, student marks. Here you are executing the this particular information. And similarly, the student number, student name, and then student address also you will take the student address. And then you may write a mobile number, and then you may write the password. For example, user name, username, the same information. Control V, username, and then apex colon username, same username. For example, uname, I'm taking uname, and then that means ID is a different one. Uname, and then password. Here, if you comes to the password here, it's not the input field. If you comes to the input field here, apex colon input, the input having the input file, input checkbox, and then input secret. That means it's not a text value. The password indicates the secret value. Here for the password here also I am taking the ID. ID equal to password, nothing. And then after password, you may require any fields here. For example, I am taking the address. Address. For example, for the corresponding address, here what is the field value here? Differentiate ADDR. That means ID is a ADDR. Here the input field here, not a text field. It is a not a text. This one address is a input area. For example, apex colon the apex colon input area input yeah, input text area, this one. Here for this one also I am taking the simple ID information. ID equal to 123, let us assume. ID okay, address okay. That means these are all, I think these are all enough. Student details, address. If you need mobile number, yeah, you may use the mobile number here. Your mobile number also you may take the input field. That means that for the corresponding one, m number. And then another important one here is a mobile number, address. Here you may, if you need gender is a male or female. And then radio check boxes also you may, are the student, or this particular person is a student. Here for that one I am taking the check boxes. Apex colon checkbox, apex input checkbox. Here for this one also I am taking the simple ID information only. That means later, okay. And then these are all certain information regarding the student. For example, I am executing this one. Error in 123. That means ID you required anything here. Okay. Yeah. You have a different fields are there here. That means one after another, same line it's existed. That's why I'm taking the break here. I'm taking the break here. Break. The next break. Yeah. This is a certain kind of information regarding the student information. And then you require some button. Here you may use any one of the button here. Here, how can you develop the button? How can you develop the button here? By using command button or command line button. The different button information is there. For example, I'm taking the simple button here. For example, in command button, the particular command button, how can you write a simple? I'm taking the simple command button here. Execute this one. Yeah, it is having the command button. If you need this button, both top and bottom, if you require this button top and bottom, there is a information is there. That is a apex. Okay, enough. This one. That means this one is a front end information. That means you need to write a back end business logic. How can you write a, I can implement the back end business logic? Here, for example, I am giving you some information here. For example, mobile number or student number 0101, and then student name Rama, and then username some information, and then password. That means it is like this. Here you may increase this text area also. Here you write the some next and then next information. If you want to execute this one mobile number, here if you submit this one, nothing was there. That means you required some business logic to display the student or student details. Here, how can you display the student details? That's why there exists a concept, we call it as a controller concept. Here, what is a controller concept? Already explained that concept here. The standard controller, the standard controllers are account, asset, opportunity, like that. Those are all standard controller. That already built-in controllers. Those are all. And then custom controllers. Here, custom controllers are Apex classes. Here, by using this custom controller, you will implement your own business logic. You will implement your own business logic. Here, how can you implement our own business logic here? By using classes. That means in order to doing that information, before that, I need to implement a one class here. That means for that, I am going to take the another tab. I'm showing both in a same place. That's why this is a information. I'm going to write a one class here. Here, how can you write the class in this case? For example, I'm going to write a class for this for that one business logic. For in order to implementing the business logic, you required a controller. The controller here I'm going to write in the controller. Here, how can you write the controller here? The first thing here is a go to setup. Under setup, there is a development. Under development, there is a Apex classes are there. Click on Apex classes. Here, already I created different so many classes. I'm going to take a new class for this one. Here I'm going to take the new class here. Here, just like a, how can you whatever may be the information in Java, in that way here also implement the Apex class. Here the for example, public static void class name. I'm writing some information regarding the class. Here, for example, I'm taking that information. For example, public, maximize this one. Okay, I'm going to max. Okay, now here, see here, public class name. The class name here is a student. Here class name here indicates the student, and then you have a some public double value one. What is a public double value one here? The corresponding student number. See here. If you see here, the student number. That means student. How can you take the student number? Either string or double. Your wish. For example, in Sri Vidyaniketan, the student number you are considered as a string. Okay. If you need that one also, I am taking as a string. The student number I am taking as a string. Here public string value one. Value one in the sense you are retrieving. That means get and set method here. You are getting some information from the visual force space and then set to the particular visual force space. Retrieving and then set to in a visual force space. That's why you are taking the get and set here. Here public string value one get semicolon set, and then again the second one here public string value two. What is the value two? The value two is a corresponding to the student name, and then value three a double. I'm taking double in the sense. Let us take marks. Maybe you may take the marks here. The student marks. You may consider the student marks. Okay, I'm taking the student marks also. Without student marks, you cannot predict the student details. That's why I'm taking the student marks. Okay, leave it. Okay, I'm taking the student marks also. How can you represent after name? I'm taking the student marks. Here, after name, same thing I'm taking. After name, marks. Marks I am taking. Input text ID equal to marks. Let us assume marks ID. Here, this is a value. That means there is a student marks also existed here. After username came into the picture. Okay, third one. Okay, see here. Third one is a username. Username, student number one, student name, marks. Here, student number, student name. This one is a for the marks. I am taking the username and password. And then fourth one. Here, what is the fourth field here? The fourth field is a username. For the username, I am taking the string. And then fifth field here is a password. For the password also, I am taking the string value. Fifth one. Here, coming to the sixth one. What is the sixth one in this case? Here, address. For the address field also, I am taking the string and then mobile number. Address field. For the address field, I am taking the string and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, let us assume that means this is a simple class. Here you are implemented this information by using simple class. Just like if you have the Java programming knowledge, then you will write the Apex programming. Apex simple class, and then there is a some constructor I am calling, and then there is a that means no need to return this value, no need this value, leave it, and then public void add ABC, public void ABC. Let us think of okay corresponding information I am taking here. That means how can you call this information? Here value one. Here this corresponding ID I am taking the value as a like this. Here how can you implementing that information? What are the way for implementing that information? Student one, and then here for the input field there exists a value. Here comes to here the student number. Here if it comes to here I'm calling the value here. The value is an attribute of input text. Here value. Here, how can you write the value in this case? How can you write the value here? The value in this case here is a value 1. Whatever may be the information previously, the value equal to value 1. From where you are getting the value here, this particular value. The value is a attribute of this one. Here, yeah, attribute of this one. Yeah, this is a some information. For example, I am executing this one. The property value 1 represents the student in details. Okay, unknown property. Okay, first that okay. That means here that means you have to include the controller here. Is it clear or not? That means I did not include the any property here. For example, I am writing the value here, not included that information. Here, if you save this one, for example, I am taking this one as a student 5, or let us assume student 1, student 5. The controller already invalid constructor. Okay, student 5. Yeah, save this one. Yeah, it's save. And then yeah, I'm calling the controller here. The controller here is this is a custom controller. The custom controller, I am calling the custom controller in this case. Here the custom controller is a name of the class. Whatever may be the name you are using here, either student or student 5, that is a name of the class. The name of the class here is the controller name. That's why you will implement the backend business logic by using this controller. Here, save this one. Save this one. Yeah, is it clear or not? I think everyone cleared that one. Here, I I I called this value 1 from the controller. Controller in the sense class in a visible force page. I called this one. That means if you execute this one, it will display the result here. Here I want to display the particular result here. How can you display that particular result here? For example, before the submit button, I'm going to display those particular result. Here, how can you particular result here? I'm taking the paragraph. In particular paragraph, I am writing some information. For example, in between a page block section, or for example, uh, simple information, that is a simple information I am printing. So what are that information? For example, I am printing this information. The print the value, the student number. See here. What is the result here? Yeah. If you execute this one, for example, anything 45, I'm writing 45. I'm writing. If you submit this one, yeah, 45. Anything 45. See here, the student result. You may write something. The student results are after submit button. You may write something. If you want to write a submit button, after that you will write the submit button. After submit button, you will. Is it correct? Is it clear or not? That means get or set in the sense you are going to implement in the business logic here from the class constructor to here. Yeah. That means after submit button, I'm going to printing the details. That is a clear. No. Wait 1 minute. Here Similarly, for corresponding remaining student number, student name also, you may implement the same logic. That means I'm going to taking the remaining also. For example, another student name, student marks. For corresponding student name and then student marks also, I'm implementing the same concept. Here, for example, I'm printing that information, student name and then student marks. Yeah, this is a student name and then student mark. Here I wrote some information. Here, what are the information here? Student number, student name, student value. I'm going to displaying that value. So for simplicity, I'm taking the break here. br slash br slash for each and every pair also you may give the break. Okay, now execute this one. Yeah, it will show the result like this. Here, for example, student number 01, student name Rama, student name Rama, and then student marks 90. Let us assume only for this one I am implementing the logic. Here, submit this one. Yeah, it will display that like this. The student name not appears here. What is that one? Yeah, I did not call that one. Is it clear or not? Here, I did not call that student value here. See here, only for the student number one, I am calling the value one. Here, for this one, student name also, I am calling the value two. Here, for the student name, I am calling the value two. And then student name marks, I am calling the value three. Yeah, execute this one. What is the one? Student marks. Yeah, after because it is an attribute, that's why after that you are using. Yeah, yeah, execute this one. After that I can close that one. Here, student number 01, student name, for example, Rama, student marks 90. Let us think, if you submit this one, it will display the value like this. They will display the value like this. In this way, you will implement the web application for the student detail. I think everyone clear. Now,